me clearly. America is not a racist country.
We're not a racist country, Brian. We've never been a racist country.
Ladies and gentlemen, these two MAGA fools decided to set up robocalls threatening black voters. And Letitia James went after them and they got fined over $1 million. MAGA influencers forced to cough up over $1 million in settlement with New York AG over robocalls targeting black voters. So let's get into it, y'all. New York Attorney General Letitia James reached a settlement with MAGA pranksters Jacob Wall and Jack Berman for their robocall scheme that sought to discourage Black Americans from voting during the 2020 election. In their out of court settlement, Wall and Berman were ordered to pay up to $1.25 million. Wall and Berman were found liable by the U.S. District Court Judge Victor Morero in March 2023 it was in March 2023 for targeting black voters and transmitting false and threatening messages intended to discourage voting. In a statement James released on Tuesday, she wrote, "The right to vote is the cornerstone of our democracy, and it belongs to everyone. We will not allow anyone to threaten that right." Wall and Berman orchestrated a depraved and disinformation-ridden campaign to intimidate Black voters in an attempt to sway the election in favor of their preferred candidate. Now they will pay up to $1.25 million to my office, the National Coalition on Black Civic Participation, and the individuals who were harmed by their scheme. My office will always defend the right to vote. So that's what Letitia James put out. Wall and Berman are allegedly responsible for conducting a robocall operation that took place in several other states, including Michigan and Ohio, where the duo also faced criminal charges. The calls targeted Black constituents and falsely claimed that voting by mail would put their personal data at risk. It was not hard to connect Wall and Berman with the calls since they were mentioned by name in them. Those calls reached about 85,000 people, according to Morero's ruling back in October of 2020. Here's a sample of the robocall as it read. "Hi, this is Tamika Taylor from Project 1599, the civil rights organization founded by Jack Berman and Jacob Wall. Mail-in voting sounds great, but did you know that if you vote by mail, your personal information will be part of a public database that will be used by police departments to track down old warrants and be used by credit card companies to collect outstanding debt? The CDC is even pushing to use records for mail-in voting to track people for mandatory jabs. Don't be finessed into giving your private information to the man. Stay home safe and be aware of vote by mail." This is what they had on the robocall, which is all falsehoods. James claimed that the calls in New York alone reached approximately 5,500 people. The initial amount she was asking in damage was 2.75 million or 500 per call. So these two knuckleheads, they are now paying up for what they did. And everyone that got these phone calls that were targeted were Black voters. Well, I guess what good did it do? Trump lost, and you got to pay $1.25 million for useless robocalls that had no effect whatsoever. And you tried to put fear in people so they would not, particularly Black people, so they would not vote by mail. Well, in this case, Letitia James did a good job. She finally did her job right. So, y'all, you're going to have to tell me what you think about what these low down MAGA turds did to try to stifle the Black vote in New York and in 5 other states as well. Mm-mm-mm. Wish I could say I feel bad for you, but I seriously don't. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.